Hello, my Aries friends. I'm Meg, the Elemental Empress, here to do your reading from April the 24th until April the 27th, 2018. So I'm going to do a general spread and then a love spread afterwards. And I'm pulling one card from the Tarot of the Tattoo Age for you guys. Oh, you guys get the Lovers. Sign of Gemini. Could be a business contract as well. I love this card. Very nice. It could be the upcoming time of Gemini. And also, today we have Venus moving into Gemini. So Venus moving into Gemini is kind of like very light and airy and, makes us want to do and try new things, It doesn't have to just be on the love front either, And this is your third house of communication, so that's pretty good, It's a good place to be able to apply it, and I like the feel of Venus and Gemini better for myself, anyhow. Okay. Alright, and the Sun. Nice, Aries. It's a nice fluffy reading this far. Alright, let's check it out. This is Gabby Agnes West's Bonefire Tarot. And then we got the Death card. It is in reverse, sign of Scorpio, but you have three signs kicking right now. You got Gemini, you have Leo, and you have Scorpio. So let's check it out. Alright, so here we have the Seven of Cups. Here, I like it better because it is in the reverse, and that means that you're clear about what you're doing. You had a lot of options before, or things were unclear, or it could have even been, maybe you were drinking a bit, Oh. We got the Moon. It is in reverse. So the Moon in reverse can talk about deceit. You could be coming out of self-deception, because this is self-deception, right? And then you're coming out of self-deception in the recent past, and you're seeing the real deception, Well, can't all be roses and sunshine, my friends. Okay, so then you got the King of Cups. So if you are the Aries male, then you're standing upright in your emotions, and that's good, right? You're clear emotionally speaking. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Piscean male. If it is, then it's probably a Scorpio, because I see Scorpio in the Moon card and Scorpio in the Death card here. And now with the Death card in reverse, it's talking about it's something that just won't end, right? Okay, so you got the Chariot in the upright. It is moving away from the spread, so this feels like something that you might have been trying to separate yourself from, especially in love or business. If you are the Aries female, you could be coming out of some self-deception about someone else, particularly a male. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, probably a Scorpio. But all of this has been brought to light because the deception, even though it's there and it's what's crowning, it's the current moment. The Sun is the center of this, and with the Lovers here, whether it's business partnership, any contract of any sort, because the Lovers can talk to us about contract. It's okay because we have the Sun in the upright, but there was some malfeasance, right, in the background because we had the Moon reversed. So I'm going to be clarifying with the Santa de la Muerte cards, and they're really cool. I just got them. I like them a bit. They're like comic book colors. Very nice. So yeah, so if you're the Aries male at the end of this, and the next week, I wouldn't give it any more to 2, then you look good, standing in your emotions, right? And that's being even. So that's really good. And even if you're dealing with that person, it doesn't even have to be a water sign, but if you are, it's probably a Scorpio. And even if you're dealing with that person, it's better off. Yeah, so trying to get to this point of enlightenment has been a burden, because this is the Ten of Wands in the Santa de la Muerte deck. And the Ten of Wands is like, the weight of your ambitions, the carrying a burden, trying to move toward a family situation, because the sun can be family situations as well, Just felt like doing it. Okay, so this isn't what's not ending, right? And this is actually really positive together. So you got the Empress in the upright. So the Empress, is like the pinnacle of stability, abundance. If this has to do with your family, this could just be getting over things within your family, and could be with your mother. But if that's your mother, then she looks really good. But the things that give you abundance, you could have had some troublesome background. Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like you're getting out of, this is the Five of Wands in this deck. And it looks like you're getting out of like inner argument, like a lot of inward like burden and quarreling with yourself over things that might have gone on in the past, like such as deceit, and that's what you're dealing with now. And what it's bringing you by actually looking at this, right? Like self-deception, like I get a big self-deception vibe from this, is this Ace of Cups. And it can be like, through business partnership, through true friendship, through a Gemini, or this could be coming in the sign of Gemini because we have that there, or with Venus in Gemini, So the Ace of Cups, it can be love, but it can be spirituality, and like a new chance at spirituality after there was a deception in the background, right? Because this is a definite deception, whether it's self-deception or someone else deceiving you. But this here, so you don't really see, like, I wouldn't totally call it love, because you don't really see love coming out of deception. At least I don't. So yeah, so I mean, there could have, this right here, this makes sense, huh? All right, so with the King of Cups, you have the Seven of Swords. It is in the reverse. Here it is in the upright. And the Seven of Swords in the reverse, to me, always talks about a well-laid plan. Like, there's a lot of thinking going on here anyway, and it looks like there was, because whenever you see a couple of sevens, and the Chariot is a 7, so it's 777. It's all about the divine timing, which I hate that phrase because it always takes forever, and it's like, you just feel like you're being busted on. Okay, so what you're trying to move forward on in the past, right? It could have had to do with the sign of Cancer as well, but that's the Ten of Pentacles, right? So that has to do with like your stability, security in the world, your financial well-being. I like how they show feet here, and then with the Ten of Wands, because the wands are the creation, they show the pelvis with the butterfly. But 2 tens, so this cycle that you're on, and it looks like, it feels like a lot of worry, but it feels like there's abundance here, and it feels like you have planned to pull yourself out of something, and it looks like you are. Absolute new start once you get out of what feels like self-deception. If you're dealing with a King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, probably a Scorpio, it looks like this person had some type of a plan that could have even had to do with love that they laid down, and that were a bit deceitful in the background, and although they come up in the upright, I would just, check that plan. I'm not going to go into the whole, what they did for a plan, but there was some deceit, so I would just check on it. But what's not ending is this abundance, this, moving forward in growth. So that's really beautiful. All right. Nice, Aries. So let's move on to the love part of this. Yeah, so with Venus moving to Gemini, that could absolutely be the current moment, because of the Lovers. It could be a love relationship. And I would just, the deceit there could even be like, hey, I planned on a birthday party. You know what I mean? That's what I was saying. Just check the motives. If it's something that's legitimate and kind, then sure, why not? I planned a surprise birthday party for you, or something, you know? That type of deceit. Yes, deceit, but it's, you know, it's not dirty. You got the moon reverse with the ace of cups, so it can't be that horrible, right? And a family situation, same thing. It's not that horrible, you know? It has to do with your spirituality. You're coming out of any kind of deception that you had on yourself so that you can move forward with it. Okay, so for my singles, you got express your love, you know? And an expression of love and being single could be to yourself, because a lot of times, you know, people are single, it's it has to do with they didn't love themselves enough to love somebody else, you know? So when I see stuff like that come up for singles especially, it's about like really looking and taking care of yourself first, you know? Because that's what's up. Alright. So 3 cards, Wheel of the Year Tarot. I have Doreen Virtue's Love Angels. Alright, yeah, so you got the reciprocity. And, you know, it speaks of giving and receiving, giving to others, you know. Okay, so again, with the 11, so you could be dealing with a Gemini. You get 2 6s, so this could be within your family as well. Like you could have a Gemini within your family that that you're helping, right? And you're coming out clear on it because this is the 2 of Swords. And see, they can't see through that big old nut right there, but now they can see through it, right? So that's good. So you're coming out of any kind of self-deception. And how did you get here? You got here because there was some form of injustice in the background, you know? You could even be divorced. And pull a couple out of the Rota Tarot to clarify. Okay, so with the reciprocity, you may be the one receiving, you know, because you have the Magician in the reverse, and for this particular reading, it's more talking to me about not really having the tools that you need to really move forward. So with the 6 of Pentacles, that's what it's talking about. Okay, so you got the 10 of Cups in reverse, so this could absolutely have to do with a Gemini person that's within your own family, because the 10 of Cups can talk about, you know, time with the people that we love. In the reverse, it's a little bit harder, you know? Yeah, so what you're seeing here is the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So the Ace of Cups in the reverse, big emotional drain, you know? And for some of you, I feel like it's having to take care of someone else. Like you're in a bound contract to take care of someone else, like where you feel you're bound, you know, because the lovers can talk about a contract, and here they are bound. They're doing the whole love knot thing, right? And if it has to do with pursuance of a Gemini, that's not moving anywhere. Okay. So you got the 6 of Swords in the reverse with the injustice. So it definitely feels like something that you feel has brought you to a point where you're stuck, and it doesn't feel fair to you, you know. And like I always say, these energies are fleeting. You know, I say don't give them more than 2 weeks. So, you know, it can turn around, my friends. It can turn around. All right, on to the couples. My Aries couples. Okay, reconciliation. So, for me, can just be like coming back together, having makeup sex, right? If you've been away from each other for any period of time due to work or whatever, then that could be coming to an end as well. So, that's a good thing. Alright. I lead my couples. Alright, so temperance, balance within the relationship. Nice. Right? You could be dealing with the sign of Sagittarius. You could have that in your own chart. Okay, and justice. So there could be like the justice and the temperance card really talk to us about true balance. There also could be like court proceedings, you know, going on. And then the hermit reversed, which is good. It's also the sign of Virgo. So you or your partner may have Sagittarius, Libra, or Virgo in their chart. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. So I'd probably say Virgo. So whatever this is that made you feel apart from each other was moving very slowly. You guys were, or you were, specifically, protecting yourself within this situation, because when we get the Knight of Pentacles in the upright, like, they're still moving forward, yeah, but he's the slowest moving knight in the deck. So he's going to take a sweet, sweet time in order to get there, you know? So with the Hermit reverse, though, it's good, because you want to see the Hermit in reverse, because that person's already gone within, found their light, and they're ready to see some shit, you know? Or do some shit, you know? Okay. Yeah, so with this card, which usually talks about patience, you got the Lord of Swiftness, the Eight of Wands. And, you know, that's putting all of your energy into something. It could be all of your sexual energy, too, by the way. Okay, so, and it's something that's this justice that's coming up. You get the Star reversed with it. So it was something that took a very long time in the making and could have left you feeling really depressed. Alright, so you got the Seven of Pentacles. It is in the reverse. And in this deck, it says the Lord of Success Unfulfilled. Well, if you get it the other way, it's fulfilled. But it might not be the best tasting success ever, right? Because that still has an energy there. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you're waiting to make up with your partner, because we have the Two of Cups. It is in the reverse. But that is pariah news. So, that does not apply to you, then check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus for the love, the Venus man. Alright, I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have not subscribed yet, then just hit the thing below. I appreciate it. Alright, and I should be going live this weekend, so hit the bell too. Alright, take care. If you would like to get a read with me, then check the about below.